Picture this. You're in New York's UBS Arena. The air is electric, and suddenly AJ Styles' iconic Get Ready to Fly theme erupts over the speakers. After 11 years away, the Phenomenal One made his jaw-dropping return to TNA at Slammiversary 2025, sending all 623 fans into an absolute frenzy. Now, you might be asking, why is this such a big deal? In wrestling, pop that deafening crowd reaction defines legacy, and Styles' comeback delivered a textbook pop moment. He didn't just walk out. He embraced the new X Division champion, 19-year-old Leon Slater, in a generational passing of the torch. For longtime fans, this was more than nostalgia, it was a seismic shift, signaling TNA's renewed relevance in the wrestling landscape. Let me tell you a story. As Slater celebrated his win, that familiar theme song hit, and instantly, every fan knew history was about to unfold. Styles took the mic and asked, "Did you miss me?" prompting thunderous "Welcome back" chants that shook the arena. Now, why does this resonate so deeply? Wrestling thrives on moments of return, but few stars command the respect Styles does. His presence validated Slater's achievement and reminded everyone of TNA's roots. This wasn't just a cameo, it was a symbolic homecoming. But there's more to this moment than nostalgia. Styles declared TNA's lights brighter, crowds louder, and talent better than ever. He didn't let fans settle for "you deserve it" chants. Instead, he corrected them, insisting Slater earned every bit of glory with skill, not entitlement. That's a statement on meritocracy in wrestling, pure and simple. In short, this wasn't just a surprise return, it was a masterclass in building legacy, harnessing crowd psychology, and underscoring the importance of earning your spot in the wrestling world. Let's zoom in on the new face of TNA, 19-year-old Leon Slater. Imagine being the youngest X Division champion in history. Talk about pressure and promise. Slater's victory over Moose wasn't just an upset, it was a paradigm shift. In wrestling, we call this a push when a company elevates new talent to the main stage. Now, you might be thinking, is Slater ready for the spotlight? Well, AJ Styles seemed to think so. By embracing him in the ring and cutting a heartfelt promo, Styles essentially endorsed Slater as the future of the company. That's not just a handshake. That's the invisible currency of wrestling, the rub, where a legend boosts a newcomer's status. Behind the scenes, there's always a risk when you crown a young champion. The locker room culture or backstage politics can make or break a rookie's momentum. But Slater's performance and Styles' endorsement sent a clear message. This is no fluke. Let me ask you, how often do we see legends truly lift up the next generation? Not just in wrestling, but in any industry. Here, it was on full display, and the crowd's reaction proved it worked. In the end, Slater's coronation was more than a title change. It was an investment in TNA's future, solidified by one of the greatest ever to step in the ring. Let's peel back the curtain. How did AJ Styles' return even happen? The answer lies in a groundbreaking WWE TNA talent exchange deal, a real game changer. For years, wrestling promotions kept their stars exclusive, but now we've entered the era of cross-promotional synergy. Picture it like two rival streaming services suddenly sharing their biggest shows. The result is instant buzz and bigger audiences. But there were twists. Cameras followed Styles all night backstage, hinting at a possible confrontation with Frankie Kazarian. Yet, at the last second, plans changed, rumored to be due to WWE limiting physical angles to avoid injury or storyline confusion. This is classic creative control, where companies protect their investments. Now, you may wonder, did this limit the impact? Actually, it made Styles' endorsement of Slater feel even more genuine. With no brawls or cheap shots, the focus stayed on the passing of the torch. And this wasn't just about Styles. NXT stars crossed over too. Jacy Jayne became a double women's champion. Trick Williams pulled off a masterclass in kayfabe, that's wrestling's code for blending fiction and reality by faking an injury to retain his title. This alliance is redefining industry boundaries, maximizing star power while giving fans dream matchups once thought impossible. It's a new playbook for modern wrestling storytelling. Let's wrap this up by looking at the bigger picture. Slammiversary 2025 wasn't just a night of surprises, it was a record-shattering event that marked TNA's explosive resurgence. With 623 fans, the show set a new North American attendance record for the company. That's what we call a draw in wrestling lingo ability of an event or superstar to pull crowds. The card was stacked. The Hardys won their 4th TNA tag titles in a chaotic ladder match, only for Bully Ray to issue a challenge for Team 3D at Bound for Glory. The night was a showcase for both legacy acts and rising stars, blending nostalgia with fresh excitement. If you're wondering what this means for TNA's future, consider this: the energy in that arena, the social media buzz, and the headlines the next morning. These are key indicators of a promotion firing on all cylinders. Now, some skeptics might say, is this just a one-off? But the groundwork has been laid talent exchange deals, record crowds, and unforgettable moments. That's the formula for sustained momentum. To close, AJ Styles' return didn't just electrify a crowd, it symbolized TNA's rebirth. After 11 years, the Phenomenal One proved that sometimes you really can go home again and make magic where your legend began.